point, we'd like to thank all special guests we have here today, and we'd also like to remind everyone, please turn off all cell phones and other noise-making devices. Up first is Annie Chandler, and introducing her is Mary Winston. If you don't know Annie very well, you may have at least seen her walking in the halls standing 5'10" while still claiming to have growth spurts, with what made it appear to be a casual frown on her face. But do not let this frowning face intimidate you. This is in fact not her frowning face. This is simply her relaxed face that means not meaning whatsoever she's upset. Annie is actually one of the most fun people to be around, and she really does know how to smile. I've uploaded an entire album to Facebook dedicated to Annie's self-pics, and Annie sure knows how to kill time if we are bored, by taking my phone and snaps away the many poses no matter where we may be. Annie has been one of the best friends who's always been there no matter what, always agreeing to each other's schemes and ideas no matter how crazy they are. Beginning in kindergarten, where I was Annie's main patient to begin her dream of practicing dentistry on the playground, or creating the Blue Tile Diner in 2nd grade, where we made a fake restaurant in Miss G's classroom. We thought we could start a newspaper in the 4th grade, calling it the 4th grade Scoop, and even design jewelry in middle school we then attempted to sell. Even though Annie's injuries have prevented her from playing sports, Annie's by far the best hockey manager, winning the real MVP award for the season for her talented stat-taking skill. After a long 13 years at Collegiate, we only have 3 months and 22 days left until you are the first to walk down the aisle at graduation. I'll miss you so much next year, but hopefully you'll find a nearby hot dog stand and an ice cream place that can compete with the cow. Also make sure not to let your frowning face scare your roommate. Good luck on your...
I am a horrible public speaker. Ask me to talk in a small group of people, and despite all my awkward tendencies, I'm usually fine. But when it comes to larger crowds, I freak out. My palms begin to sweat, my knees begin to wobble, my eyes begin to water to the point where actual tears form, and I'm pretty sure I develop a slight country accent. I've been dreading the senior speech for as long as I can remember. So in an attempt to put myself at ease, I figure I should talk about something I'm comfortable with. Food. Yes, what an embarrassing thing to talk about, but the truth is I have some of the weirdest food habits, and I love them. I'll start with the most important and addictive of my food addictions, Comfy Cow. The Comfy Cow isn't just a dessert shop to me, it's a way of life. I first went to the Cow 2 years ago and was immediately hooked. To be quite honest, Grater's ice cream is 10 times better tasting than the Cow, but something about it obviously dragged me in, considering I spent $40 in gift cards in 1 month in the middle of winter. I always want Cow, but unfortunately I have yet to find someone who is as addicted to it as I am. I find myself sending texts to my friends saying, "Cow?" and shortly get a response that goes something like, "No, Annie, we already went last night." Of course, these responses are disappointing to me, but I realize they're actually necessary to keep me from eating my body weight in ice cream. The second largest addiction I have is Hikomon. I'm absolutely obsessed with their sushi. Lainey and I go to Hikomon so frequently that instead of saying, "What can I get for you?" the waitress greets us with an overly excited, "Hey, I know what you want, your favorite," which includes a tornado roll, a Westport roll, an order of fried rice, and 2 salads. This waitress has become more than just our favorite server. She's our friend who enjoys Chinese history and learning Americans' last names. And best of all, she doesn't judge us when we come in and it's a Wednesday and we've already eaten there twice since Sunday. The nights we get seated outside her section are disastrous. We are greeted with an unfamiliar face and I get frazzled because I'm overwhelmed with actually having to tell them what I want. Well, I'm thinking about this and how I wish the hostess would just leave so I could take a giant handful of chocolatey mints without getting judged. However, nothing can completely ruin a night at Hikomon because the food is just too good. Next on the list is simply Thai. Here, my order is extremely predictable, as is my presence. Whenever I walk in the door, I am greeted with a, "Really? You again?" I then take my chicken pad thai, level 0, and shrimp package takeout shamefully, knowing I will receive the same greeting again when I return, which will most likely be within a few days because I just can't stay away. My other addictions fall into a sort of pattern. They are the foods I eat under certain circumstances or on certain days of the week. For example, Wednesdays are specifically for sushi, Sundays are reserved for a plain bagel with vegetable cream cheese from Nancy's Bagels, Halloween time is for Oreos because the icing is extra creamy, and anything eventful has recently happened, you can bet you won't hear about it until I have an Arby's roast beef sandwich in my system. Hot dogs fall into a category of their own. They're the food that trumps all other foods. If there is a hot dog on a menu, I won't even glance at the rest of the foods, with the exception of Raw Bar's clam chowder. Hot dogs are generally delicious wherever you buy them and are the perfect meal on the go. As many of you know, 2.5 years ago, my physical therapist told me I wasn't allowed to run because of my hip. I've been very good at following this rule, so the only time you will ever see me doing a full-on sprint is when there are hot dogs at lunch and I need to be the first in line. Emmett Fox once said, "It is the foods which you furnish to your mind that determines the whole character of your life." I could explain what this quote means to me, and I could ramble on and on about my eating habits, but the sooner I finish this speech, the sooner I get to go out to lunch.